Hello, and today I'm going to be covering how you should be starting off with every single class in Smite for Conquest. Now, there are a couple different starts, but for certain classes there's only one currently. One of these is Watcher's Gift for sports. You buy Watcher's Gift because it gives you gold, it gives you mana, it gives you health, it gives you pretty much everything. Mana, health, sustain. Then you go into boots, and you buy 5 health pots and 3 mana pots. And then relic wise, you pick up whatever suits this current situation. Against healers, you buy up curse first. Against anything else, you don't need to blink in. You use sprint. I generally go with sprint, and then I probably pick up curse or blink, depending on the guardian. So that's pretty much the guardian start. They all pretty much follow the same idea. The reason for this is because Watcher's Gift is amazing. If you look at the passive, you get extra gold, and because you are likely to not be clearing the wave, because you are a guardian, you want your hunter to farm up, you get health for it, and you get bonus gold. So there's no reason not to use it.
This shall be a day long remembered.
And now we move on to the warriors. Warriors do have a couple of starts. It depends on the type of warrior you are playing, but generally they will follow the same idea. If you're an ability based warrior, you will buy Bluestone Pendant. Simple, helps you to clear, gives you mana, helps your ability. If you're more AA based, then you will buy Death Snow. If not, and you're Guardian, then you buy Mark of Vanguard. Generally you'll be going for these two. That's it. So if you're curious how it works, you go with, say for example, because we're using
no reason to hold back.
Attack based. 4, 4, and you pick up teleport. That's pretty much how you build any warrior. It's just literally change the starting item based on which type of warrior you're playing. If you're more ability based, then you go with that. That's it in a nutshell. Easy.
Sound the death knell. I arise.
So now we're going to be talking about mages. Now, for mages, there are a couple starts, but they do fall into the same sort of thinking as warriors. And that is, do you want more power or do you want more sustain? So, if you want more power, you go with Soulstone, and then you go with Power Pot. That's it. Now, this is a very risky way of doing it, but it gives you a lot of power early game, due to how Soulstone works, which is if you do basic attacks, you basically gain more power. You then gain a lot of power from Magical Might, the Power Pot. The other start is to go with a Vampire Shot.
My power grows.
And then you decide what you want to go with next. Now you can go with boots if you don't feel like you can farm safely. You can go straight into boots and then you pick up potions. Something like that. That does work, that's also a very good start. Now the variation on that is to do Soulstone boots.
Excellent.
And basically follow the same sort of idea. There's another variation again, which is you then start going straight to do more. Now, the only downside to that is the fact that you get, what is it, 1 potion each, so it can be pretty difficult. But you do a start like that. Now, those are pretty much all the mage starts. That doesn't mean you need to complete do mob or go into this tree first. If you wanted to, after doing that, you could do something like that. And you can do the same as well with something like Soulstone start. That is a good start. However, and this is the however and big point you need to remember, you're not going to have much magical power when it comes to doing something like that. So you need to be very careful. So now we're moving on to the assassins. Assassins do have a couple starts they can go with, just like everything else. Variety is specified. Now, first of all, you want to be thinking out. Actually, okay. So now we move on to the next class, which is junglers. Junglers basically follow the same sort of idea, which is starter item, Bomber's Mask. Bomber's Mask basically means you do more damage, you heal up level camps, you get gold. Very good. The start some people are going for is straight into Power Pot, and then you pick up potions after you use Power Pot and go off to where you need to go. So pretty much you look at something like that. That's pretty much the start after you use Power Pot. You leave spawn, you have that. There is a variation to this, which is you don't get as much power, but it's something like this, tier 1 boots. This is less risky. If you die, you don't lose your Power Pot, and losing your Power Pot is 450 gold behind, which is a lot. So there you go. Now, there is another start which you can do, which I generally do not like to do, because unless you have some sort of stain in your kit, actually go straight into Throwing Dagger and then pick up pots. The downside to that is you don't get the passive of Bomber's Mask, but you would want to try and get into Bomber's Mask as soon as possible, so you would go with Throwing Dagger, and then you buy Bomber's Mask afterwards. That can work on certain junglers, I don't like it. Okay. So I know what you're thinking, what about magical junglers? They basically pretty much do the same thing, they just buy up the purple pot. That's it. Okay, now let's move on to hunters.
Time to limber up.
Yes, it is Neef. So, how to start for Conquest on hunters? There are currently 2 starts. There is Morningstar, potions,
That'll help.
and then you go straight into Transcendence. Or the slightly better start for most hunters who don't like to use abilities to clear, Neef is an exception by the way, is the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Throwing Dagger. Throwing Dagger, you buy 2 health pots, 1 mana. This is pretty much what most hunters will be using. The only hunters that probably won't like it too much is going to be Neef. The reason why Neef doesn't like it is because Neef likes her abilities, and Neef's abilities are amazing. So you want to be trying to use them as often as possible. Now, pretty much every starter item is not that useful on hunters. Maybe Death Knell is, but you really want to be clearing the wave as quickly as possible, and Transcendence and Throwing Dagger just help doing that. The other hunter which likes Transcendence, but you can go with Throwing Dagger, is Ula. Ula likes Transcendence because he uses mana like you wouldn't believe, and he also has a very small mana for class archetype in the game, and how you should be building them all. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that is useful.